Oh, oh, oh. गणानान्त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमम् ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनः शृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम् प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वाजिनीवती धीनामवित्र्यवतु गणेशाय नमः सरस्वत्यै नमः श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ हृदाकाशे सदा भान्तं शान्तमानन्दरूपिणं ज्ञानभानुमहं वन्दे सद्गुरुं सत्यसायिनम् ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः एतद्धास्मावा आहुषण्डिलाः कमग्निञ्चिनुते सत्रियमग्निञ्चिन्वानः संवत्सरं प्रत्यक्षेण कमग्निञ्चिनुते सावित्रमग्निञ्चिन्वानः अमुमा अमुमा अमुमादित्यं प्रत्यक्षेण प्लीज चैंड श्यामा प्लीज चैंट कमग्निञ्चिनुते
कमग्निञ्चिनुते नाचिकेतमग्निञ्चिन्वानः
okay, looks like you have the same problem. प्राणान् प्रत्यक्षेण कमग्निञ्चिनुते keep going.
चातुर्होत्री
चातुर्होत्रियमग्
चातुर्होत्रियमग्निञ्चिन्वानः
चातुर्होत्रियमग्निञ्चिन्वानः ब्रह्म प्रत्यक्षेण कमग्निञ्चिनुते वैश्वसृजमग्निञ्चिन्वानः शरीरं प्रत्यक्षेण कमग्निञ्चिनुते उपानुवाक्यमाशुमग्निञ्चिन्वानघम् इमान् लोकान् प्रत्यक्षेण कमग्निञ्चिनुते इममारुणकेतुकमग्निञ्चिन्वाना चिन्वाना क इममारुणकेतुकमग्निञ्चिन्वाना ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः offering our collective love at the divine lotus feet of Bhagavan Shri 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 Satya Sai Baba Varu. May we all be together. May we all be nourished together. May we all work together with great vigor. May our studies shine and illumine our intellects. May we not conflict or contradict with each other. Let there be peace, peace, and peace. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Hari Om, Shalom, Sai Ram, Namaste. We are studying the 23rd or 22nd, 23rd Anuvaka. Is it 23rd or 22nd? We're still on 22nd. Huh?
22nd, yeah.
Yeah,
Almost 22nd.
yeah. And after describing the glory of Apaha, the protocol for Arunaketuka Chayana was invoked, and then the Brahmavadinas, or then they had what is the purpose of doing this type of Agni, and it was described in the previous mantras. And then the Shandilas, belonging to the Shandilya Mahamuni, Shandilya Rishi Maharshi, describe all the different types of Agnis: Savitra, Nachiketa, Chaturhotriya, Vaishvasruja, Upanuvakyamashu, Arunaketuka, and each of them we discussed the detail of how they are invoked and what type of benefit they provide. And they conclude with Imamaruna, Imanloka Tamagminchinite, Imamaruna Ketuka Magminchinvana iti. And for that Imamaruna Ketuka Magnihi, Imam Aruna Ketuka Magni. So that is what it is. The Sandhi is Imam Aruna Ketuka Magni. That Aruna Ketuka Agni, Yaha Imam Eva, whoever worships this Aruna Ketuka Agni this way, Chinvanaha iti, Asav Eva, that one, Avyatipati, does not leave, Itaha cha, Amutaha cha, both this and the other worlds, Tam iti. This is the way how it is. So I think we stopped it. Kamagnin chinute. Please repeat.
Kamagnin chinute.
Ngarian scale.
Okay.
A little bit flat.
Om Kamagnin chinute.
Very good. Yes. Yeah. Now you are on scale.
Kamagnin chinute.
Imamang runake tukamagnin chinvana iti.
Imamarunake tukamagninthinvana iti. Imamarunake tukamagninthinvana iti.
Ya evasau.
Ya evasau. Ya evasau.
Itaschamutaschamvyatipati.
एतश्चामुतश्चाव्यतिपाति एतश्चामुतश्चाव्यतिपाति
Vyati Pati. I might have said sometimes I can't see this, whether it's a dot or a line in English. So that's okay. Yeah. Thank you for making it more clear for the visually challenged individual. Okay. Om etaschamutaschavyati pati.
एतश्चामुतश्चाव्यतिपाति एतश्चामुतश्चाव्यतिपाति
You are putting another after cha. There is no Okay. Itascha mutascha. Vyati pati. Now chant one more time.
एतश्चामुतश्चाव्यतिपाति
Good. Tamitim.
तमिति तमिति
Okay. Wherever there is that iti means there is the conclusion of the mantra there. There concludes the mantra about all the Shatapatha Brahmana Agni Chayana Panda by Shandilya Maharshi. So then this Shandila's declarations of different Agnis concludes with the Tamiti. So what did they conclude with? Kamagnin Chinute again. What type of, which does Agni is one invoking? And then they're saying Imam Arunaketukam Chinvana. Imam Arunaketukam Chinvana. Before that is the Ya Eva Asau. Ya Eva Asau. Asau here is reference to that. Asau means that. That here is referring to the Aditya. Ya Eva Asau. Ya Eva Asau. The one who is connecting to that Asau, to the Arunaketukamagni, what will happen to them? There is for everything there is Brahma Pratyakshina, Lokan Pratyak, all the different types of direct experiences are mentioned. But for this Arunaketuka Agni, the incredible thing that they're saying here is that person Avyati Pati, he does not leave. Avyati Pati. What does he not leave? Itaha cha amutaha cha avyati pati. Itaha means itascha mutascha. Itascha amutascha. Itaha cha amutaha cha. Both this and the other worlds, he does not leave. That means he becomes immortal. Does not leave means he will have the experience of the here and now. The here and the above, amutaha means above, itaha means here. He will have the experience of both right here and now. Tamiti, this is how it is. How it is like that, the next mantra describes. How it describes? Yogner mithuya veda.
योऽग्निर्मिथुया वेद योऽग्निर्मिथुया वेद
मिथुनवान् भवति
मिथुनवान् भवति मिथुनवान् भवति
आपो वा अग्नेर्मिथुयाः
आपो वा अग्नेर्मिथुयाः आपो वा अग्नेर्मिथुयाः
मिथुनवान् भवति
मिथुनवान् भवति मिथुनवान् भवति
य एवं वेद
य एवं वेद य एवं वेद
That's the conclusion of the Anuvakam number 22. So with those 4 mantras, Yo Ognirmithuya Vedam
यो अग्नेर्मिथु यो अग्नेर्मिथु यावेद यो अग्नेर्मिथु यावेद
Mithunavaन् Bhavati
मिथुनवान् भवति मिथुनवान् भवति
Apo Va Agnirmithuyaga
आपो आपो वा
Apova Agnirmithuyaga
आपो वा अग्नेर्मिथुयाः आपो वा अग्नेर्मिथुयाः
मिथुनवान् भवति
मिथुनवान् भवति मिथुनवान् भवति
य एवं वेद
य एवं वेद य एवं वेद
evam veda. This is now contemplation, upasana, because the Veda going when the Veda the it is Svarita like that. It is contemplation. When it is going down, it is realization. Ya evam veda is realization. Ya evam veda is upasana. And in this upasana, what is this upasana? Yaha agnehe mithunah veda. Yaha agnehe, one who comprehends the essence of this partnership of the Agni, Mithanavan Bhavati, will be united with that Arunaketuka Agni in that partnership. In your partnership, you are always united, not different. That's a given. If you are a partner, you are united. No conflict. So the one who understands this Arunaketuka Agni, the one who is doing the upasana of this Arunaketuka Agni, they are partners. Upasana means you are sitting closely to that, seated closely to that. Why would you sit closely to something if they are not a partner? Mithanavan bhavati. Apaha va agnehe mithuna. This entire Agni, Arunaketuka Agni, is a partnership between actually the fire and the water. Very uniquely, the fire and water together are invoked in this Arunaketuka Agni. Mithunavan Bhavati, the one who contemplates on that partnership between the fire and the water, will themselves be united with that partnership with the Arunaketuka Agni. Same beautiful. Mithunavan Bhavati is repeated 2 times. First one, Agnehe Mithuya Veda, the one who understands the partnership of Agni will become the partner. Apova Agnehe Mithuya. The fire and the water are united in partnership. And the one who understands and contemplates on that partnership will also be Mithunavan Bhavati, will be part of that partnership with this Arunaketuka Agni. What is this? So therefore, this entire Anuvakam 22 very beautifully that begins with this mantra pushpam, which is about invoking this apaha, which is nothing but the essence of that which is all pervading, that is also called love, and how that love is the source of various aspects of existence. I'm repeating because this is Aradhana. This is Aradhana. How do you understand the word Aradhana? In Telugu, it becomes a question. The word Aradhana in Telugu becomes a question. Radhana. Radhana means, am I that Radha? In Telugu, that's what it means. Am I that Radha? Radhana. Nena Radhana kada. Am I that Radha or not? And what is this? This whole essence of this entire existence is about this love. And you begin to connect to the manifestation of that love as it exists in so many different aspects of the creation. Then you become united with that love. But for that, you should be a Radha. Aradhana kada. First, you have to decide, am I that Radha or not? This is Aradhana. Then you will get the real Dhana. Sadhana will be there. So this intriguing, then this mantra pushpam, after understanding the source and basis of all existence as love, yo apsunavam pratishthitam veda pratyeva tishtadi. The one who is seated in this love will not be perturbed. They are sitting in this with complete stillness, the boat that doesn't rock. Then this intriguing ritual is invoked where above the waters the fire is placed, means love becomes the basis of that fire. That love which is kindling this fire. Oh, amazing, no? If you have to have a fire, you have to have oil, no? You need 3 things, the oil, the wick, and the fire. Can fire be ignited without the wick and the oil? Can candle be lit up without the wick and the wax? Can fire be lit without oil and the wick? Hello, Sairam, you have to take all this ritual, even lighting a lamp, what that means. And Bhagavan has explained the significance of what lighting a lamp is. If love is the oil, the thought is the wick, and the fire of wisdom will light up the whole world. So that love is called devotion. And that wick is the action. And that light is the wisdom. Bhakti, karma, jnana, all the three are present in one simple ritual of lighting the fire in a lamp. But we got influenced by this stupid tradition of blowing of a lamp, especially on a birthday. Hmm? We focus on the light and not the darkness. You light a lamp for your birthday. Don't blow off a candle for your birthday. So similarly, this fire that is lit up is the basis of that is water, and that water is apaha, which is the love, and this fire represents this wisdom, the wisdom for which the source is love, or the end of wisdom is the love. And then how is this, where is this Agni invoked? In fact, if you listed Darshapurna Masayog, Chatur Masyeshu, all those 4 different types that you do with the Nyasa for the Rudra are invoked, and also said not just those. Sarveshu Yajneshu Kratushviti. In all the Yajnas and Kratus, love should be the basis of all of them. So finally, then they discuss what are the different types and their applications and everything and their efficacies, and conclude ultimately with this Aruna Ketuka Agni and the Chairam, and then and that is the incredible significance of what the Shandilas have declared. Bah. Now what you're thinking, Shandila means some Rishi declared, and that is what it is, no? The word Shandila actually means full moon. The word Shandila means full moon. Symbolic. Always we have to take the symbolism, we have to use the word, the Shabda, and catch it to go inside into the Artha, and not the Vachyartha, but the Antarartha, so that you will get the Paramartha. So the Vachyartha Shandila means full moon, symbolically representing that which gathers the light from the self-illuminous sun and then make it so beautiful and pleasant for everyone to enjoy. That is what the moon does. Huh? If the sun is blazing like a Koti Surya Samaprabha, you will not even be able to tolerate it without air conditioning. It will be so uncomfortable. So this wisdom of some people, like the speaker, are very uncomfortable. It causes a lot of perspiration along with inspiration. And the perspiration, if you are not hydrated properly, will lead to expiration. That is the problem with the light, the wisdom. It comes with the heat. But what will the moon do? Look at this Chandila, the moon, the full moon. What the moon will do? It will catch all that light, takes away the heat, and gives beautiful, pleasant light. So if you have an illumined mind, that illumined mind will share the light, taking away the heat. They're very beautiful, no? Chandrama Manaso Jataha is all of that is that incredible sadhana of taking the heat away and radiating only the light, and that person becomes Shandila. This is uh, the way we remember these people that are full moon. They are actually in Aradhana. They'll take all the heat away and they will give the beautiful light to the world with inner fullness of the Vedic fire. Without that Vedic hymns and the vibrations, that's the essence of all of this stuff. So now we conclude that beautiful exposition about Apaha, Arunaketuka, Agni, its applications, and how at the end of the day that radiates this incredible luminosity. And then we enter into the 23rd Anuvaka. This 23rd Anuvaka has 9 mantras, I believe. Yes. And that this Anuvaka, sorry, the 22nd Anuvaka had 9 mantras. The 23rd Anuvaka now goes to this thing called creation, the origin of creation, and this beautiful exposition about Parama Purusha and the Virat Purusha. Executive summary of 23rd Anuvaka. How the Parama Purusha, becoming the creation, becomes the Virat Purusha. So the beginning, what is the beginning, is the 90th mantra, the divine 90th mantra we are in right now. Apova idamasan salilameva.
Apo va idamasantsalilameva. Apo va idamasantsalilameva.
Sa prajapatirekaf pushkaraparne samabhavat.
Sa prajapatirekaf pushkaraparne samabhavat.
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 Hmm.
Sa prajapatirekaf pushkaraparne samabhavat.
Right. Tasyantar manasi kamas samavartata.
तस्यांतर्मनसि कामः समवर्तत
Hmm.
तस्यांतर्मनसि कामः समवर्तत
Idagum shrujeyamiti.
इदगुं इदगुं सृजेयमिति इदगुं सृजेयमिति
Srujeyamiti.
सृजेयमिति सृ
Srda,
सृ
sru.
सृ सृ
Hmm.
इदगुं सृजेयमिति
Tasmadyat purusho manasabhigacchati.
तस्माद्यत्पुरुषो मनसाभिगच्छति
Hmm.
तस्माद्यत्पुरुषो मनसाभिगच्छति
Tad vacha vadati.
तद्वाचा वदति तद्वाचा वदति
Tat karmana karoti.
तत्कर्मणा करोति तत्कर्मणा करोति
Tadeshabhyanukta.
तदेशाभ्यनूक्ता तदेशाभ्यनूक्ता
Beautiful. This is 8 lines in this mantra we are already looking at. You want to know the meaning first, so when you chant, you understand it, or you want to chant first and go to the meaning? Which one helps?
Meaning, please.
Meaning without hesitation. He wants the meaning first and then chant. Yes, makes sense. Apova idam. Idam means here to begin with. Apaha va asan. There was only water. The only thing that was present was water. Astiryasya shamavas. In that water, there is only water. Because it was just pralayam. Pralayam. Prakrishta layamiti pralayam. Layam means complete dissolution. Extreme dissolution. In that extreme dissolution, there was nothing but water. Where did you study this?
Chapter 1, Devi Mahatmya.
No, chapter 1, Devi Mahatmya. That's how quickly you should be. And then what happened? Salilam eva. There's nothing but water. Just they want to make sure. Apahava asan salilam eva. There was nothing except water. And in that, Pushkara Parni, on a lotus leaf, Saha Prajapatihi Ekaha Sam Abhavat. On that lotus leaf, there was only one being called Prajapati, the progenitor, and he was all alone, obviously. Nothing else was there except water. And Tasya Antaha Manasi Kamaha Samavartata. Very simple. You understood? Then what happened? Tasya, in his Antar Manasi, inside his mind, Kama Samavartata. A desire or a thought, maybe even a thought has emerged. What is the thought? Idam Srujayam iti. Idam Srujayam iti. Let me become many. That's the thought. Idam Srujayam iti. So therefore, this thought of I become many, I has emerged. The thought of I am has emerged. Because the very first being uttered that vacha, what did he say? Tasmat, what is the next line? Tasmat yat purushaha manasa abhigacchati tat vacha vadati. So because in this individual, this thought has emerged, that thought has become a word. Thought has become a word. Tat vacha vadati. Then it became a word. It became a declaration. And the declaration became an action. Tat karmana karoti. Very beautiful. First thought, then word, then action. Therefore, the same process is followed by everyone thereafter. Same process. Thought, word, action. Tat esha abhi. Tat esha abhi anukta. About this chain of events, the following mantra will now continue. This is like a summary, and then there will be expansion of this. That's very nice. like a storytelling. Once upon a time, there was only water. On that waters, nothing but waters were there. And on that waters, on a lotus leaf, there was this being, and that particular being, in his mind, a thought has emerged that he should do something to become many. And from that being, from that Kamasamartata, then what happened? There was a thought that came that I must, or I should, or I am. And then from that, that became the word, and that word turned into action. And how it turned into action will be described from here on. Tadesha Abhinukta. It is simple way about Japan. It's the simplest way of explaining. There is a lot deeper meaning to that. We'll go into it later. Okay. Apova idamasantsalilameva.
Om Apova idamasanthal Apova idamasansalilameva Apova idamasansalilameva
Saprajapatirekaf pushkaraparne samabhavat.
Saprajapatirekaf
Eh,
pushkarapar
hmm.
Saprajapatirekaf pushkaraparne samabhavat Saprajapatirekaf pushkaraparne samabhavat
Chanting becomes easy now, right? Because you know the meaning. Because it's easier now to connect. तस्यान्तर्मनसि कामस्तमवर्तत.
तस्यान्तर्मनसि कामः समवर्तत तस्यान्तर्मनसि कामः समवर्तत
इदगुं सृजेयमिति
इदगुं सृजेयमिति इदगुं सृजेयमिति
तस्माद्यत्पुरुषो मनसाभिगच्छति.
तस्माद्यत्पुरुषो मनसाभिगच्छति तस्माद्यत्पुरुषो मनसाभिगच्छति
तद्वाचा वदति.
तद्वाचा वदति तद्वाचा वदति
तत्कर्मणा करोति.
तत्कर्मणा करोति
तत्कर्मणा कर्मणा. Please check.
तत्कर्मणा करोति तत्कर्मणा करोति
तदेशाभ्यनुक्ता
तदेशाभ्यनुक्ता तदेशाभ्यनुक्ता
आपो वा इदमासञ्चलिलमेव स प्रजापतिरेकः पुष्करपर् स प्रजापतिरे स स प्रजापतिरेकः पुष्करपर्णे समभवत् तस्यान्तर्मनसि कामः समवर्तत इदगुं सृजेयमिति तस्माद्यत्पुरुषो मनसाभिगच्छति तद्वाचा वदति तत्कर्मणा करोति तदेशाभ्यनुक्ता
ॐ आपो वा इदमासंसलिलमेव स प्रजापतिरेकः पुष्करपर्णे समभवत् तस्यान्तर्मनसि कामः समवर्तत इदगुं सृजेयमिति तस्माद्यत्पुरुषो मनसाभिगच्छति तद्वाचा वदति तत्कर्मणा करोति तदेशाभ्यनुक्ता.
So what happened? कामस्तदग्रे समवर्तताधि.
कामस्तदग्रे समवर्तताधि. कामस्तदग्रे समवर्तताधि.
मनसोरेतः प्रथमं यदासीत्.
मनसोरेतः प्रथमं यदासीत्. मनसोरेतः प्रथमं यदासीत्.
Obviously it is prathamai yadasit when we chant, okay? Sato bandhumasati niravindan.
सतो बन्धुमसाति निरविन्दन्.
Masati illa masati.
मसति. सतो बन्धुमसति निरविन्दन्. Let me do that again. सतो बन्धुमसति निरविन्दन्.
हृदि प्रतीक्ष्या कवयो मनीषेति.
हृदि प्रतीक्ष्या कवयो मनीषेति. हृदि प्रतीक्ष्या कवयो मनीषेति.
No, that last word you better say it properly.
Manisheti. Oh, okay.
Okay, he got it. Okay. So what is the meaning of this? Kamaha tat agre samavartata adhi. Where did you learn this?
Nasadiya Suktam.
Who said that?
Sharma. Sharma Garu.
Sharma. Sharma Garu. Okay. Who said that? He said Sharma Garu. Self-respect. Very important. Nasadiya
Sorry,
Suktam.
Sharma Garu, I said sorry for that, sir. Sarma.
No, no, no. I appreciated it. I have no problem. You should have self-respect, sir. N.T. Ramarao always said we. He didn't say I. This is the question that Chandrasekhar asked. Why did the mother say we? So, kamaha tatagre samavartata adhi manasaha. What does that mean? Tatagre kamaha samavartata. In the beginning, this thing kama came. Kama is translated as a desire in English, but it is a much more deeper word than that. But for the sake of understanding colloquially, we say in the beginning, desire came forth from the Prajapati. Yat manasaha retaha prathamam asit. That is the first product or the seed of the mind. It's very simple. Retaha means seed. Prathaman retaha. Yat manasaha prathamam retaha asit. Manaso retah prathamam yadasit is the syntax of it is yat manasaha retaha prathamam asit. That is the first product or the seed of the mind. Satam bandhu masati niravindan. Sataha bandhum asati niravindan. Beautiful. This is that is the interface. That's the joint between the unmanifest and the manifest. You see how these mantras, they take you such a deep contemplation into it. So if you ask the question, what is desire? Sealing on desires. First you have to ask, what is desire? What is the definition of desire? That's what they're in Sataha Bandhum Asati Niravindan. It is the subtle connection between the unmanifest and the manifest. Ayyo, man. If you understand this, then what will you do with it? What they did is next line. Hridi pratishya kavayaha manisha iti. That is the reason why I asked him to say that word properly. Hridi pratishya kavayaha manisha iti. So in their hearts, they have now visualized pratisha, the kavayaha. Kavayaha means visionaries. Kavi means visionary. Kavi does not mean poet, not just poet. Colloquially it means poet, but Kavi means visionary. So these Kavayaha, the ancient seers, through deep intuitive insight, pratisha is like, deep insight, intuitive insight, Manisha. What is Manisha? Hey, yes. I didn't ask who is Manisha. Now that you know the answer to that question. Huh?
Oh yeah, I don't know what it means.
Yeah, my God, I thought you
No.
would not say that, Rare. You are in
No.
trouble now. I mean, you should never say, is she online or not? Is she here?
Oh, she's not.
Batiki poyaru babu. Okay, you are saved. Okay. Make sure that the one next to you doesn't report it back, okay? Keep the secret at home. Okay, you ask her, what does it mean? Hey, what does your mother's name mean? Take out the mute. I want to hear her.
I know you explained it a few classes ago, but
Not, I explained it to you. She's mother for how many decades for you know? You should know. Huh?
no, I didn't think to find
Now
out.
both of you are in trouble. Make sure this video doesn't reach, she doesn't watch this later on YouTube. Huh? You all know what I'm doing with them. Huh? Manisha is Beena's mother and Sham's mother-in-law. But now she became today, after not knowing her name's meaning, she became mother-in-law. She will punish him. Just through this session, she turned from mother-in-law, mother-in-law to mother-in-law. How come, how dare you don't know what the meaning of your mother-in-law's name? That's the first thing you should know, da. Manisha means inspired wisdom. That is what it means. So, through their deep, intuitive insight and inspired wisdom that is already in their hearts, Hridi, Niravindan, they discovered this mysterious link between the being and the non-being. This is deep. So the word deep, D-E-E-P, in Sanskritam is deep. D-E-E-P becomes deep. What is deep? Is light. So this is a deep, incredible depth of light is present in this mantra. Hridi Manisha Pratisha Kavayah iti. And that is what they are saying in this mantra. Hridi Pratisha Kavayo Manisheti Manisha iti. So this is now repetition of what is there in the Nasadiya Suktam. It's in essence of it. Those of you who were blessed to learn that Nasadiya Suktam, I won't go into the depth of it again. We studied Nasadiya Suktam in depth. Where did we study that? Previous Anuvakas, where there is the Asat and Sat together. There we discussed that Nasadiya Suktam. The essence of it is again repeated here. So in that primordial state, before the creation, desire was the first product or the very seed in the cosmic mind of Hiranyagarbha. The cosmic mind is Hiranyagarbha, also known as Prajapati. Hiranyagarbha samavartatagre. Where do we chant that mantra?
Mahanyasam.
Mahanyasam. Hiranyagarbha samavartatagre. That mantra is again repeated here, and then is saying that became the invisible subtle link between the realm of existence and the realm of non-existence, or the being or the non-being. Sato bandhu masati niravindan. Niravindan means discovered that in their mind. How did they discover it? Hridik pratishya kavayo manishaha iti. With this deep intuitive insight and the inspired wisdom that is already inherently present in their hearts, these seers have realized that this is the root of this. It's an amazing disposition. Top of the hour. I think it's a good place to pause here, and then we'll come back. The rest of this, I mean, those of you who are staying with this and have been consistently learning this, every day at least at least you should chant one Anuvaka of this Aruna. Otherwise, you will be lost. Because how it has evolved, one Anuvaka, not like, then in the context of that, you will have a continuity of the thought process. So the rest of the mantras are absolutely phenomenal description of how that link between the non-being and the being then gets manifested, and that how that manifests as the sentient and the insentient and all of that stuff. And we will take that up next Saturday. There will be a class as usual. Now it is the next May 2nd. Okay, May 2nd and 3rd. There is nothing planned. Okay, good. And then we'll take it up on May 2nd and 3rd. Hopefully we'll go through the rest of it. Okay. Now, please forgive me for my voice today. I don't know how I am going to do a satsang today. Only God has to help. Okay, let's go to the Yadaksharapada Brashtam, and we'll take up any questions that arise.
Om
If you are
Yadak
under weather, we can ask Chandrasekhara to chant Yadaksharapada Brashtam. Okay. Are
Yeah,
you okay?
please.
Can you chant? Or
I can.
you can, okay.
Same here. Om Yadaksharapadabrashtam matraहीनं tu yadbhavet tatsarvam kshamyatam deva narayana namostute visargabindu matrani padapadaksharaणि cha न्यूनानि चातिरिक्तानि क्षमस्व साईश्वरा अपराधसहस्राणि क्रियन्ते हर्निशं मया दासोऽयमिति मां मत्वा क्षमस्व साईश्वर अन्यथा शरणं नास्ति त्वमेव शरणं मम तस्मात् कारुण्यभावेन रक्ष रक्ष साईश्वर हरिः ॐ तत्सत् श्री साईश्वरार्पणमस्तु. Sarah, you're on mute. Sorry.
Nice to see Jayashree after a long vacation. I hope you have been keeping up with all these classes on YouTube.
Sai Ramana, yes, I'm trying to, still not fully covered.
Okay. Any questions, comments?
Sai Ramana.
Yes, sir.
One question and one comment. The question is the explanation that you gave for the Shandila as the illumined mind, right? Taking away the heat and giving the coolness of the moon. Yet it is still a reflected light, isn't it?
Yes, that's why it's not completely clear. For that, you have to go to the sun.
Okay.
Jnana Bhanu Maham Vande Sadgurum Satya Sai. For that, you have to go to Jnana Bhanu, Supreme Wisdom.
Okay.
But mindfulness also is a beautiful expression of the divine.
Okay. The comment is basic. I was drawing parallel with the Griva example that you gave, the connection between the heart and the head. So that is the similarity that I found between the. That also connects the heart and the head. The desire arrows. Yeah, Griva.
Yes, beautiful. Tell them what many of the people that don't chant Devi Matyam or don't attend Devi Matyam classes, explain to them what you mean.
So this messenger, his name is Sugriva. So Su means is good and Griva is neck in a colloquial sense. But this is actually, the Griva also means it is the connection or the bridge between the heart and the head. So the bridge between the unmanifest and the manifest is what I understand.
Yeah, beautiful. It's the word. What is the connection? See, in this mantra, going back to this mantra very clearly in this previous lines, what is saying? Idam srijeyamiti tasmat yat purusho manasa abhigacchati tad vacha vadati tad karmana karoti. So then what is happening? That vacha, the word or the speech, became the connection between the heart in which the yat purusho manasa abhigacchati, here manasa means the heart, whatever has been in his heart expressed itself as vacha vadati, as the speech. And therefore what happened? The neck became the connection between the heart and the mouth, between the heart and the head. Therefore, vacha, purity of speech, will come when there is purity of the heart. And the one who speaks with purity of heart is Sugriva. And that Sugriva was the Duta, for the messenger. For who? Huh?
Shumbha and
Messenger.
Nishubha.
Yeah. But in that Sugriva is taking what the head said and went to the heart.
Oh, beautiful.
He took what the head said and went to the heart. But the other Sugriva in Ramayana, he took the heart to the head. Therefore, that is the connection between the Ramayana Sugriva is a heart to head. Devi Matyam Sugriva is a head to heart. But then it is also Slakshanam Madhuraya Gira. Slakshanam Madhuraya Gira. These words came from the head. The head said, convey this message of mine to that heart in beautiful, clear words. Slakshanam is complete, clear, Madhura, sweet, Gira, words. That fellow's intent was, through that sweetness and clear communication, he will win the heart. This is what we do. This is what the ego does. Is now significance of, I'm going deeper into the significance of that Sugriva. What the Shumbha did is actually, we use sweet and pleasing words to win the hearts of the people, to convert them. And that is the biggest flaw, because they have an intent of a desire that is to get that heart. Heart cannot be won by empty prizes. You understand? If you know this in the world, you don't talk empty nonsense sweetly, even though you are disturbed with something. Oh, you are so beautiful, no? What a lovely saree you wore. Why do you waste your speech for that? Why do you waste the speech that is so precious for empty praises, for selfish gains, for nothing but selfish gains? You just want to be in the good books of people only for talking empty words, and they don't come from the heart, they only come from the head. And Bhagavan in one discourse says, please do not do that to God. He knows. Therefore, it is called stuti for God, stotram for God. It cannot be called, translated as praise. And what you do with God for a stuti is with complete awareness of the heart, in total gratitude, Aradhana message. This is Aradhana message. With complete gratitude and awareness of that gratitude, You speak from the heart, and that are not empty words. They are filled with this madhu, and that madhu is love, and they are filled with this light and wisdom from the heart. Madhu Matartayate Madhuksharanti Sindhavaka. Those mantra really represents that. Madhumanishye, Madhujanishye, Madhuvakshami, Madhuadhishyami, Madhumatin Devebhyo Vachamudya Sagum Shushrusheenya Manushye Bhyastam Madeva Avantu Shobhayai Pitaro Numadantu. Shanti mantra at the end of the Chamakam. Madhumanishye. Madhumanishye there. Manisha doesn't mean Madhumanishye is not Manisha. Manisha is inspired wisdom. The sweetness of inspired wisdom. Through that the words are coming. Madhumanishye. Madhu Janishye. Madhu Vakshyami. Madhu Vadishyami. Madhu Matim. See how many ways of speech manifest in that mantra. Now another discourse on Madhu. Sugriva. Connect the heart with the head to the beautiful speech. Tad vacha vadati, and that vacha becomes tat karmana karati. Naham. What is the mantra you chant after the Gayatri, during the Gayatri Japam? Every time you change this in this Gayatri Diksha, what do you chant? Yes, Nambi, you all don't know that mantra? Naham karma. Okay, there is this mantra that we chant during the Gayatri Upasana. There, this is all Mahanarayana Upanishad. There is a beautiful exposition of all of that stuff. Naham karma, that mantra that we chant now, that is associated with the same principle. Okay. Okay, I'll pause here. Any other questions, comments?
Sai Ramanna.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I remembered the mantra. Kamo karshir manyurakashir namo namaha. That mantra. Kamo karshit kamah karoti. Naham karoti kamah karta. Naham karta kamah karayita. That is Naham karayita evate kama kama yasvaha. That is what is the kama that is mentioned here in this mantra. It's a beautiful thing in Maha Narayana Upanishad. In one of the Anuvakas it goes. What is saying? Kamo karshir manyurakar shir namo namaha. You have to first do the prayer to that thought that has come within you and recognize where that thought is coming from, and where that thought is coming from. Kamo karshir, kamo karshit, kamak karoti. Naham karoti kamah karta, naham karta. I am not the doer. It is this desire, the kama, that is now getting expressed through me, that is doing this action. Kamah karayita, naham karayita, eshate kama kama yasvaha. Very beautiful. And then what say? Manyurakar namo namaha. Manyurakar manyuh karoti naham karomi manyuh karta naham karta manyuh karayita naham karayita eshate manyo manyave swaha. Well, these mantras are so incredible, so inspiring. And then it is manyu. That is the manyu, that is the basis of that kama. What is that? What is that mantra? Manyu, awareness. The heart is the source of the thought. Where is this mantra?
Rudra.
Rudram. What is the mantra?
Rudra Manyava Utoteshave Namaha.
Rudramanyava Utotaishave Namaha. నమస్తే అస్తు ధన్వనే బాహుభ్యాముతే నమః. రుద్రం ఊరికి పడేసి బండ మీద రాయడం కాదు. ఏకాదశి రుద్ర పారాయణం and all that stuff. What is the point of all of that? If you really have not under the moment it comes, where is the thought coming from? It's coming from Manu. Where is that Manu? In my heart. Om Namo Bhagavate Rudraya Namaste Rudramanyava Utota Ishave Namaha. After that is coming this issue. And what is that issue? That issue is Kama. And that Kama is becoming action. Namaste Astu Dhanvane Bahubhyam Utate Namaha. तस्यांतर्मनसिका वत्समवर्तत इदगुं सृजेयमिति तस्माद्यत्पुरुषो मनसाभिगच्छति तद्वाचा वदति तत्कर्मणा करोति तदेषाभ्यनुक्ता. Same principle. So then whenever you get these things, when you integrate everything, now saying, oh my God, this principle is repeated in so many different ways, and therefore the source of the thought or the Kama should be from the Manu, and that Manu is your Hridayam, and then it becomes the word becomes the action then is the creation for the Hiranyagarbha mind. That is what we'll get next. Yes, Baji, what's the question?
Sai Ramana, in this mantra Prajapati Srijayati, you did mention, right, Anna? This is the similar thing that we get it in Atma Raksha Stotram also, Brahma Srijayati, and that's a Kotha Bhavati or something like
Brahma Atman Vadasrijata.
Yeah. Yes, Anna.
Tatkamayata.
Yeah.
Same. Atmaraksha Stotram in Mahanyasa.
Okay.
What is that saying? Same principles.
And
Brahma Atman Vadasrijata. Brahma, in his heart, he said the word Srijata, I'm going to create. Tat Kamayata. Tad Atmana Srijeti. Yes. So what's the question?
In that, Anna, is there any significance to those numbers, Anna? Like I tried listening to the Mahanyasam classes, but I did not get that completely, Anna. Is there any?
Yes, I explained this. I explained it. Who are the 10? Who are the 7? Who are the 6? Who are the 5? Who are the 4? And why did it stop at 4?
Okay.
All of that explained.
Yeah, I listened to that, Anna. Maybe I would have just read the transcript. I'll listen to
get the transcript. Maybe that's the next next transcript creation for all the Mahanyasam classes.
You have put some transcript bottom of the videos, Anna. So I think I thought I couldn't find that there. Okay.
I might have put those, but we have to now, with the tools we are using for this, Devi Matyam transcripts are phenomenal. They are absolutely phenomenal. Then this Aruna Prashna transcripts with this translate. At that time, I couldn't download those subtitles because YouTube I had to convert into some. It was too complex, and my friend brother Sudhakar tried, and Papa, he was spending so much time. Now it has become so easy and beautiful. I mean, that's probably one of the best benefits of AI. Yeah. Okay, Sairam. Okay, let's. If there are no more questions, we can close.
One question. The question was posed to me that so lotus came. The symbolism behind the lotus was there before the Prajapati, or before that, the first.
Pushkara.
That is the
Pushkara Parine. Yeah, Pushkara Parine. They are saying lotus leaf. On the lotus leaf, he was there. That's what it is saying. Yeah.
Okay, so that's the nature. That the Prakriti was there before the before the first time. Is that a symbolism behind it, or?
Mm. If Brahma was present in a lotus flower in the Nabhi of the Vishnu, shouldn't the lotus be there before Brahma?
Yes, 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 yes. Exactly. Prakriti
Yeah.
symbolizes.
It has been such a long time ago, brother, I don't remember whether I was first or the lotus was first. Some Somebody asked me recently, what language Rama and Sita conversed in. And I told him it has been such a long time ago. I don't remember. So, in the context of chronology, right? The chronology, the time component of it, what is creating it?
Mm. Yes.
What is creating time?
Events.
So the time is created by mind.
Yeah.
So the time, space, identity components are expression of the mind. When we are studying these mantras, we are trying to attribute that component to here, but it doesn't apply. There's no logic of time here. Am I making sense?
Mm. Yes.
So, who came first, the web or the spider? Who came first, the web or the spider?
Mm. Good question. The tree or the seed question.
Yeah, beautiful. Now you are going deeper into that. Now you are going deeper into that. Which came first, the seed or the tree, the egg or the chick? Which came first?
Yeah. Mm.
So which came first, the lotus leaf or the creator? Who came first? Huh? Who came first? Cause and effect are attributed to what?
To the mind.
Yeah. Time is attributed to what? Mind.
Mm.
So therefore, we are talking at a place and a time where there is no mind, because there was not even a thought. So there is no chronology component. That's the exact. Yes, it's too deep. Huh?
No,
Only,
that's what one
yeah,
has to realize. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Cause and effect cannot be attributed to the Parabrahman, to the cosmic. Right. Yes. Yes, quote.
Thank you, Saira.
Sairam.
Hmm.
So is that not happening every day when you get up from bed?
You're asking me whether it happens to me or not.
No, for us. I mean, like
Okay.
the one in the
If
lotus
you sleep,
face, what
if you
has
sleep, it happens. Yeah. Huh?
when you wake up, that's what happening. Like
If you sleep, it happens. Yeah. So the question is what? What is the question, or what are you
basically
trying to get at?
the one in the waters in the lotus face.
Mm.
He wakes up and decided to do something, to talk, act, or something. Then that's why this all happening at the time of waking up from the bed, isn't it? That's the
Mm.
like instead of going back to some time, is it not happening every day to us?
Yeah. But it is happening to you involuntarily, not voluntarily.
Mm.
How are you waking up from your deep sleep? Do you know?
Yeah, I mean, it's not, it's happening too fast, but is there a desire that says, hey, get up, now do the thing, do it?
उत्तिष्ठोत्तिष्ठ पर्तीश उत्तिष्ठ जगतीपते उत्तिष्ठ करुणापूर्ण लोकमङ्गलसिद्धये. Who are you singing this to? Who is singing to who? Who is singing this? And to who? అరే ఇది అర్థమైతే సూపర్ బాటమ్ is gone. Super bottom. Until then it is super bottom. After that it is super bottom. Super super bottom. Suprabhatam. Suprabha. Suprabhatam. Have you looked at the word? Suprabhatam. How we are looking at that word? How are you understanding the word Suprabhatam? Good morning. Suprabhatam. Good morning. Huh? Tam Suprabha. You are the most illumined. You are the most illumined. Tam, you, Suprabha, beautiful effulgence. Is there a sleeping in that? If you are Suprabha, is there a sleeping component? You are asking a question, I am taking you very deep into what the word even means. Who is waking up, you are asking. Who is waking up who? And the fellow that never slept has to be woken up. And so, who are you talking this state to? That's go to stay with me, please. Answer me. I'm asking question. Who is that state you are attributing to?
To the state that is in the seed form kind of thing.
The three states of wake, dream, deep sleep. Whose states are those?
Their mind states.
Beautiful. That's exactly. It's not that complex. It's the state of the mind. So who are you waking up then? Who is waking up the mind? Who is transitioning the mind from one to another? From awake to sleep to dream to deep sleep? If you know that, you won't sleep. So so going back to your question, is there a desire in somebody to transition from one state to another state? That's the question you're asking, isn't it?
But that I started with the first one, the one who was in the beginning, one who was in the lotus feet in the waters. He desired to think, then talk, then act. Right? That's the first 6 lines saying that. My question is that not happening every day to us? That's when you get up from the bed. Is it? I was trying to connect that one to our everyday state, like in the
No,
morning.
sir. No, that is a will. The word desire is probably not the
will,
right word
sankalpam,
attributed here. There is a will. There is that will, that divine will. I will. Idam srujeyamiti. I will. I will. So, what's the difference between the word will and desire?
Desire is something with there's incompleteness is there. In the will, you want to do something.
I wish to do it. I will do it. What is the difference? I wish to do it. I will do it. What is the difference?
Voluntary versus involuntary.
That is the full.
Advertently or inadvertently. So there is so what we're talking about, this Hiranyagarbha, idam srujayamiti, is actually a will, not a wish. It's not a desire. So when we translate this, we are using this word kama is as the desire, that is the mind's state. The will is from the pure being thing. The wish, the will. You understand? So now that might clarify. So who is saying, I will wake up? Huh? Is there a wish to wake up, or you will wake up? Is there a desire to wake up, or is there a will to wake up? Who willed that you wake up? Somebody willed that you should wake up. And
Yeah.
that who willed is kamastadagre samavartadadi.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Will and wish. Will and desire. So for the divine, it is will. For the lower mind, for the cosmic mind, it is will. For the lower mind, it is a desire. Yeah. Okay, Sairam. Too deep. That's too deep or too deep. Huh? Both. It's the deep. Yes. If we are no more questions, then we can close with. Forgive me for my voice today, so pray that my voice recovers in the next 2.5 hours, so I can go do some satsang today. No singing, only speaking.
Yeah. The bridge needs some lubrication, Amma.
The bridge, the Sugriva. Today is the Sugriva. The heart is there, but the Griva is not there. So, very, very beautiful discussion on Sugriva today, the will and the wish, and the time component of what came first. All those three aspects are very beautiful insights into this. But at the end of the day, Swami taught a new meaning for the word by his will, not inadvertent. That Suprabha Tam. What? Never connected to that. It just happened. Hridakashe Sada Bhantam. He said, what is this waking up you're talking? There is no waking up. Suprabha Tam. You are that divine effulgence, ever shining. There is no three states of mind attributed to that. That is to only the mind that is going through those states. So, Ishwaramba Sutta Shriman is referring to Shri Man. Man is mind. Shri Man. Oh, auspicious mind. Oh, auspicious mind. So this wake up call is not to Bhagavan. You chant the entire Suprabhatam, you will be incredibly surprised that it is nothing to what you are attributing to Sri Satya Sai Bhagavan Tava Suprabhatam. Oh, what a beautiful. One time I gave the meaning of this entire Suprabhatam, how it is attributed to us, not to Bhagavan. It has nothing to do with. You are not waking up God. And that God is wondering, hey fellow, I never slept, da? Why you are trying to wake me up? If I have slept, you would all be gone. If I have, inadvertently, if I have slept, you would be all gone. Idam asam salilameva. There would be nothing but only salila. Don't put me to sleep or wake me up. Neither. But how we are putting Unjal Seva for God every day, putting him to sleep, waking him up, all that stuff, what we're doing? Ignorance. We are projecting our state of mind onto God. And that is what is called Tamasika Bhakti. It's called Tamasika Bhakti. Whatever state we go through, we project it onto God. But God has no states such as that. All of that is to your mind. Jai Sai Ram. Swastif prajabhyah paripalayantam nyayena margena mahim mahishah go brahmanebhyah shubhamastu nityam समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः चंद्रशेखर प्लीज से जय बोलो
जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की
Jai
Jai
Ram.
Thank you.